Hey guys, welcome back to Maxcast, Dawn of War Unification. Today I have another 1 versus 1 for you, again on Fata Morga. I'm sorry guys, but yeah, this is the map I found the most here. On the northern side playing Necrons we have kkingka. On the southern side playing Death Guard we have Winterorb. We had actually a game of Winterorb versus playing Death Guard against Orcs last year, and we see that he spices it up with a tripulation mount opener, so he could for company number 4. Already has a zombie lined up and will probably have plague barrels and stuff over here. On the other side we have a more or less standard Necron opener. The only thing I'm worried or not completely understanding is this generator position over here. This is normally rather a turret position. Maybe it was a misclick, but yeah, it doesn't want to change it once he's half building, so he doesn't get behind economy wise. 5 generators is pretty standard. Liking it pretty much, that he has everything building here, not anything capturing so early on. So we see actually Herald of Nurgle first. 3 cultists we have seen getting a generator now, and yeah, getting his points up next. So his economy actually is bottoming down, so not sure if this is completely optimal. I would say no, because now he has quite a long time before he can build up his point, and this will delay his economy by quite a bit. I don't think you can put in the Herald of Nurgle in your tripulation mod, at least if you have Nurglings, that is. Yeah, on the other side even going for the 6th generator, so going for a little greedier play, but 2 Necron Warriors is standard, and then probably a Necron Lord, going also relatively quick summoning core, which I also like. Don't slacking on your resources over here. Pretty economy based opener, which is there's nothing wrong about. What I like is that he's not moving his Necron Warriors, because without the summoning core there's no need in moving with those guys, because they cannot relocate basically. There comes in the plague zombies, and the cult is already losing a model over here, but this point is up and can be upgraded soon-ish. 2nd Necron Warrior squad will be out soon-ish. Economy-wise, he would also be able to get some flayed ones, for example, to make zombies versus zombies kind of thing. Plague zombies doing okay-ish damage, but getting repaired immediately. Yeah, I'm pretty interested in the economy. Yeah, it's really low economy, okay, but he will catch up momentarily, even getting his relic. Could opt to get the points of his opponent if he really so desires. On this side, the Herald of Nurgle is now coming in, being absolutely nuisance, killing these Necron Warriors. This point is now upgraded, so we could see a blast over here. Turret is being placed as well. No imminent threat for the generators though, which is the thing that Necrons fear the most in the early game. Necron Lord is on the way. On the other side we now have a gift of repository, so he's not slacking. He wants to get still a quickly or decently timed tier 2. Interestingly enough, so he has not overcommitting in this tier 1 aggression, which some players like to do. They try to go like all in with 2 zombies and plague bearers and whatnot, but he's just using these zombies to buy some time, I guess. These cultists however die pretty easily. Necron Warriors, Necron Lord is now out and should be enough to kill this little guy on a slug, or what is this? That claw on his hands. Jesus Christ, Nurgle is such a painful god to see, I gotta say. He comes in, back in comes the Herald of Nurgle. Another generator. Holy moly. And his 3rd, 1 squad dies, his 2nd then, or 3rd squad, which will now be the 2nd. Is he getting builder scribes? And then he could think about tier 2 actually. Tier 2 should be started here. Yeah, okay, we will see a tier 2 game. I think the zombies, there are even some plague bearers over here. They cost some power to reinforce, right? Yeah, not very low even. They have a little aura that they deal damage around them, which I think stacks the more models you have, but it's not like the biggest. But you will see, yeah, they just from them being here, they suffer. That's the one thing to note. I think it's only 1 or 2 damage per second, but for each model, so it's very good against high model counts. There's even now the zombies in melee against the Necron Warriors. Not sure how good they fare actually. At least they have a health degen, the zombies, not a spreading poison anymore. And yeah, in conjunction with these plague bearers, there's a slow and painful death waiting for these Necron warriors. You already see that they are, yeah, even these guys are degenerating and instead of regenerating. Herald of Nurgle will get away for now. Has this little cloud of fly thingy around him. I think he doesn't start with a spell. He will get spells in tier 2. Tier 2 is almost done here. Tier 2 is also started here. Now getting also the Forbidden Archive. How much resources he has lined up. Okay, he can get some tier 2 stuff more or less immediately. Economy wise looking also good for here for some vehicles, I guess. As tier 2 is now finished. Or some upgrades or some glitchlings, for example. Glitchlings are also tier 2. Let's keep an eye on that. Tier 2 is now finished for Necrons as well. Quickly checking if we see some artifacts being chosen. Necron Lord is busy killing these cultists. Is the Herald of Nurgle still alive? I at least don't see him. When it comes to Plague Bearers, they can get the upgrade in tier 2 Purification, which gives them, I think, the spreading poison, or at least an increased poison modifier. So this would be very cool if we see it over here. Not yet. Getting for the Biologous Beautifier. Who was that guy again? Blah, 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 blah. Light grenade. Still moving. So he has a big grenade and it's a combatant, I guess. No real aura to him. And yeah, these plague bearers actually survive longer than I would expect. They tend to die relatively quickly. But yeah, let's see. They also didn't they scale now with the HP upgrade, something like that. Not really sure, but at least they are yeah, very good for holding on to the opponent. There's even the Herald of Nurgle still surviving. He could now get some upgrades if you go some spells if you go for the upgrades. Vehicle cap increase it is, and no vehicles for now. I'm really interested to see what this guy over there does. Boom. Yeah, so there's some poison modifier still going on, like the is still degenerating. Yeah, the Herald of Nurgle will now go down probably. It's too much fire. Even a greater summoning cost. So economy wise it looks really nice for Necrons, I guess. Yeah, plus 100. He got their upgrade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he got the upgrade. So he has now a hell of a lot of income to play around with. Goes for only anti-infantry for now. Mainly wanting, I guess, some death marks. Upgrading the Gauss turret is a big kicker, I gotta say. What he didn't go for is the complete take and hold victory over here. That's something he could have done. There's now the Desecrator. There are limited vehicle options. I think the Desecrator and the drone, I think. Okay, these guys has this very mean pistol, it seems. Getting melee down for now. Commander armor they have, yeah. Not sure. Yeah, he will be tied down into melee all the time, so no way he can fire his dangerous pistol. He will go down actually. Okay, he attaches. Now he can attach his squad and should so, if you ask me. Greater Summoning Core is now out. There's some artillery fire from the Desecrator coming in, very much needed. This guy absolutely getting murdered. Being thrown back and explodes. Locust Destroyer, so he's playing it vanilla or what? No death marks. No tomb plates, no nothing. Not a Desecrator coming in. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, a Desecrator. There's even 600 power now. He could go tier 3 if he wants to. Now getting for Immortals to fight the Desecrator over here, but yeah, not much beef on both the armies. These Necron warriors. Okay, this one is almost fully reinforced, the other guys are not. So yeah. Immortals now coming in. Getting it for the second Necron warrior upgrade. So yeah, he goes for more or less Necron warrior spam. Should add another squad then, I think. Then comes the Foul Blightspawn, another Desecrator. Yeah, what is he trying to do? Another zombie, Blight Grenade, stuff like that. Yeah, the Immortals will be dangerous for these Desecrators. They have quite a lot of HP and everything, but yeah, now you saw the second Necron Warrior upgrade also coming in. Not sure about the what thing is he got. I do not see any flies around him, so there's not a phylactery or little mini scarabs, I guess. But yeah, in comes the Immortals. Playing pretty vanilla Necrons, I gotta say. Not adding one of the new units from the Creator Summoning Core, nor getting another upgrade or anything. Playing vanilla Necrons over here. Foul Blightspringer coming in. Plague Havocs now to fight these Locust Destroyers. And yeah, he kinda holds his own with these two guys and the Foul Blightspawn, okay? I would have thought that the Deathmarks and Deathmarks in conjunction with Immortals will shred these guys. Look at them go. Okay, the Deathmarks actually focusing now the Foul Blightspawn over here, which is also nice, but they can also mark vehicles. The Havocs now out. The second squad. Where's the first squad? You could... I don't think you get Rhinos with this company, which is a big setback in terms of mobility. Skill favors, yeah, they're getting more stuff over here. Tier 3 is on the way. Tier 3 should be finished now from Necron, so you could see of these Scorpack Destroyers, for example, would be really nice. Pariahs, stuff like that. Even tier 4, okay, immediately going for tier 4. So what is going on? He feels like he can do that. I mean, he is uncontested in economy, even got in the second economy upgrade. No, he built another generator. He could go for the second economy upgrade as well. And yeah, Death God makes no sign of moving in. They could get, I think they still have access to Terminators. Squad cap increase. But yeah, also could go if you build the, there you go. Get, yeah, the Malignant Plague Cost. I actually was about to say that you can get the Temple of Disease. Tier 4 now finished as well, so the question is now, what does he go for? Going for the Wraithlight, getting out the Phylactery, Builder Scabs, so nothing out of the ordinary yet. Is he actually just saving up for a Monolith or what? People just standing around all around the map. Malignant Plaguecaster coming in. Tier 3 is finished now. What do we see here? Plague Burst Crawler, not bad, not bad. And a Cesspit for Terminators, I guess. Would be my guess over here. Yeah, and he goes for the Scarabs to deny the taken hold, that's why. In comes the Necron Lord, eating a hell of a lot of shot. Really getting like from these, the have a melter, combi melter over here, I think, or melter thingy. There comes in the Solar Pulse. Malignant Plaguecaster is here. Desecrators are alive and have Plague Havers as well. As he's tier 3, he now can get their upgrade, if he hasn't already. Quickly check in. There it goes, Brutal Missiles. Will make them a lot better against infantry. Biologious Brutifier again. They can be attached to the squads, and there comes in now the Plague Burst Crawler. And the Plague Burst Crawler needs to focus down these high value targets like the Deathmarks and Immortals. In comes more and more of these Canoptic Wraiths over here. I'm not sure how good they will fare. I mean, these Desecrators could go into melee quickly against them. They can, it seems, kill these little commander guys pretty well. And now the special rockets are hitting. They need to be focused down to the squads. There comes in a light grenade over here, dealing a hell of a lot of damage again. And the Malignant Plaguecaster wants also to add his AoE attacks over there, I guess. So I'm not really sure what's going on over here. The Havocs are kind of fighting all over the place, and there comes some zombies just to get some meat in between you and the opponent. So the Necrons for now going away, and we have Eater of Lives. This is the buffed up Demon Prince you could think of. He will get in the next update a set of abilities that are different from the more or less standard abilities he has now in share with the Demon Prince. But yeah, Demon Prince against Monolith is not a fair fight over here. We have some, yeah, eating stuff and whatnot. Wow. There are some flies. Is this already the new abilities? Were they already made? I think they might as well. It looks really nice. Look at them. These flies and everything. He does a hell of a lot of damage and it's really tanky. 7.5k HP. Necron Monolith actually teleported over here. Probably has no teleport yet, so this is gonna be dangerous. Now getting even more Wraith. Interesting. Getting another Death Mark over here. But yeah, the Eater of Lives healing well, very well over here. Will probably go down, but the Havoc's focusing down on the restored Monolith. The artillery fighting against the infantry over here. And yeah, the restored Monolith on its own isn't the greatest unit. You need some support. And some support is coming in. But not enough if you ask me. There comes in the Deathstroud Terminators. Probably the other Terminators are on the way as well. Getting now the Dark Apotheosis again. But would need another Malignant Plague Caster to use it. But yeah, the restored Monolith over here, not getting repaired, it seems. Oh, it was getting repaired, but not enough. Will now go back to the base, need to be repaired over there, and then, yeah, be added again. There's the other Terminators, the Blight Lord Terminators. And what is in here? It says the Wraith. Yeah. The thing is, some of the weapons, they do friendly fire. Not sure if the Plague Purse Caller does friendly fire or not. And in comes the very nice models of the Terminators over here. So a second game where we see these Terminators actually going into melee, using also their little puking ability on the way in. Or is it puking? Or is it their... Do they have these like on the arms? Yeah, they have these on the arms, right? Yeah, they have these spewers on the arms. I was thinking they were like puking at the enemy, which would be funny to be honest. But okay, they have a little... like a storm bolter, but like a storm spewer. Haha! Now using their size. So this looks grim. Yeah, GG is called. What does he go on for? Was for the... yeah, that's something I was missing as well. Is the two options for your Necron Lord to turn into the Catan gods, basically. Yeah, but in the end it was a very slow push. I do not think we had tier 4 finished. No, it was a tier 3 all the way push. No tier 4 it seems. So against the tier 4 Necron, which didn't use any of his tier 3 strength. So he skipped to tier 4, which can work, but yeah, his Monolith is very expensive and didn't have enough support to sustain the continued fire of these Plague Havocs in conjunction with the Desecrators. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Pariahs in melee, but also these Scorpic Destroyers would probably be a nice choice. But nevertheless, GG's to the players, and as usual guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye!